Tuesday. How are you guys doing? There's so many wonderful folks who gets up every morning and religiously tune into DBS to start their day with us. And listen, this does not go unnoticed. We appreciate every single one of you. There's a few names, but throughout the week, I'm going to get my thoughts together, put it all together, and then I'm going to do some shout outs as we go into the week. But this morning, let's go on over and see what's going on with our news desk first, and then we'll be right back.
Good morning. Dennery South MP Alfred Prosper says that the government of St. Lucia has covered the costs associated with medical care for a 6-year-old that was shot in his constituency last month.
I want to tell you that as the parliamentary for Dennery South, I don't go about boasting and, letting people know the level of support that we provide as a government to people. But when I heard the news, I was very, very shocked. The lady who's the mom, I know very, very well. As soon as that happened, I got a call, and from that time, I have been providing the level of support that she needs.
Prosper says that he did not speak on the situation or make any announcements for fear that he may be exposing something that should be otherwise private. St. Lucia's probation program is reporting an over 90% success rate. Probation offers offenders a chance to avoid prison by remaining in the community under supervision with conditions like community service aimed at rehabilitation.
In the past, the practice of community service had a more punitive approach, where offenders were primarily by the road cutting grass. However, times has changed, and the Department of Probation and Parole has taken a more rehabilitative approach and tries as much as possible to assign offenders based on their skill level.
According to the program's administrators, the supervised probation initiative is registering significant success in reducing recidivism. The Ministry of Health, Wellness and Elderly Affairs says renovations on the Larisus Wellness Center in Dennery are nearing completion.
The building was basically gutted, the roof got a lot of damage, a lot of the facility was badly burnt. Coming forward, we did not want to demolish the entire structure and put it to the ground. So basically we left some history in, and then we worked around what we had, we expanded it, and we made it better for the public. 9 years after a devastating fire severely damaged the facility and halted health services, the Wellness Center is set to resume operations, restoring what the ministry says is a vital healthcare resource to the community. In a significant stride towards enhancing the quality of education in St. Lucia, 55 educators have successfully completed their certification in competency-based education and training, or CBET, hosted by the St. Lucia Council for Technical Vocational Education and Training.
I appreciated the hands-on activities and the real-life scenarios that were incorporated in the curriculum, which made the learning process engaging and effective.
I believe incorporating CBET will benefit my teaching by allowing me to create more targeted, outcome-driven lessons, ensuring that my students develop competencies essential to their success.
This achievement comes after weeks of intensive training and rigorous assessments, underscoring the commitment of these educators to advancing their professional skills and improving educational outcomes for their students. And that's your news summary. Thanks for watching.
Thank you again, Newsroom. We take a break and come right back. According to the UN Caribbean, 1 in every 3 Caribbean women suffers domestic violence, and many of these ladies suffer in silence. So that's the stats we're dealing with. In the month of November, St. Lucia observed domestic violence within that month as well. And we are quite honored. I mean, it is honorable that we are able to get a survivor from one of these trying situations. She was able to champion past all of it and become sort of like a stalwart and sort of like a motivator for persons going through who are affected in some way or the other. She's from Trinidad and her name is Makeda Charles. She's also an author of some books dedicated towards the topic as well. So I'm here with Makeba. Makeba Charles is a domestic violence survivor. But don't worry, she's one of those. She was built for this, and she, is able to champion her experiences and now be able to help other persons who might be in the situation, advise in some instances because she's been there, she's done that, she's picked herself up and become a voice for those who may need it in this sort of situation. So, Makeda, we are absolutely really honored that you've decided to join us to share your story with us and your journey, and of course, with the hope of inspiring as many as possible. So, thank you.
Thank you, Maureen. Thank you for having me.
It's an honor, girl. No, no, let's dig right into it because you know how time flies around here. Let's dig right into it. You are a survivor, a domestic violence survivor. How did that impact you?
It impacted my life a great deal. It impacted my mental health. It impacts you economically, and it can affect your faith in God.
Wow. So really and truly, if you don't have what if God is not in this, you'd basically be in shambles just on your human merits, in it.
Yeah, or luckily for you, maybe you have relationships that will empower you out of it as well.
Wow. 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 How did you? I mean, fast forward to all of that happening to you because I guess your book we'll talk about your book a little later, and I guess in your book you would have extended all of what you went through, how it happened, when it happened, all of that. But we really and truly just want to help persons right now. How were you able? How were you able to get yourself back up from all of that and stand on your feet again and be that powerhouse?
Yeah, I listened to my conscience tell me I can't let the person who was doing the acts of violence against me continue to treat me that way. And I began to speak up for myself, and able to access social services and work with a nonprofit organization that helped me to confront my abusers. And I also went on to get an education and was able to move out of the home setting where I was living in that abusive situation.
Wow. There's a misconception many a times that, this sort of things happen to a particular type of persons, and, the truth is this can happen to anybody at any time, no matter what age, what race, what color, what creed. This can affect anybody at any time because there's no telling some of the people, some of the mindset of some of the people that we're exposed to on any given time. You coming out of that because this was from somebody you trusted, right? Fully trusted. What are some of the signs now that you look back that you probably think could have been signs that could have been an indication of things to look for?
For my situation, it was my family bringing me into a domestic violence home. And I didn't know that that was going on. Like, because, parents, they may immigrate overseas and leave their children behind and then bring their child to connect with them. So if you suspect that maybe your parent is in a controlling relationship and they're being enslaved and they have to rely on a man to provide for them, that might be something that to be cautious about. And when you're in the situation, if somebody's telling you to do things that violate your conscience, you have to immediately stand up for yourself. If they're trying to bully you and you make your hard-earned money, and a man may try to bully a woman for his benefit, and you have to immediately stand up for yourself.
Wow. Friends and family, persons are listening, who may be victims themselves. How can we assist them? Because I mean, you were in the situation. It wasn't always immediate strength. Yeah, I'm sure you had some personal battles with yourself, being knowing how to really address this, how to take a stand. So persons who may be in it, friends, family members, victims themselves, how can they be helped?
They can, once they witness a domestic violence episode, they can stand up and confront the abuser. They themselves may need to be protected, so they can get law enforcement together with them to confront the abuse that is going on. And they can encourage the victim to make a police report. And after a police report is made, enhanced services should be provided to the victim. So it's not enough just to provide a court order or restraining order. The victims may need additional security.
Right. Now, you've written a book on the subject matter. Tell us a little bit about that book. What can we expect to find as the content of this publication?
My book is called God Over Millennial Adversity: Access Miracles Through Prayer, Fasting, and the Power of Testimony. And it talks about getting God on your side to do miracles for you as you encounter various adversities, not just limited to domestic violence. I also have other books such as Combat Unemployment and Content with Who I Am. So you rebuild your self-esteem, and also you have a plan for being financially independent.
Absolutely. Now, we're going to talk about where we can get the book in a minute, but many a times, well, they say you can't speak about domestic violence and not include the two, well, who's involved. In your case, you're a woman, so a man would have had to have been involved. On many other occasions, we have that's been the scenario, and we are not disputing the fact that sometimes the women are the abusers or the aggressors as well in situations like that. We cannot dispute that fact. We see more and more of that as well. But in your case, how can we get the other parties involved or included? Or can we include each other into the conversation that affects us all?
Yeah, like everybody can be affected by domestic violence. The partner may inflict abuse on his woman, and then the woman may abuse her children. And so we have to apply different approaches. It's a case-by-case scenario. Hold the person accountable and also offer rehabilitation, and get the victim to somewhere secure. So there's different conversations we can have depending on a case-by-case basis.
Absolutely. For women who are watching now, in wrapping up, for women who may be watching this program right now, or anybody watching this program right now who may be experiencing the same thing, what would you like them to walk away with?
I will tell them, be empowered, be encouraged to stand up for yourself. You can access education to get the skills that you need to make money for yourself. And you don't have to stay in a situation of violence. Find a path that's peace for yourself and for your family.
Right. How can persons connect with you? They might want to get a little bit more up close and personal. They might not, want to go to anybody else, but they might say, okay, this is somebody that I can definitely relate to and want to connect with you on a deeper level. How can they do that?
They can find me on TikTok. My TikTok is a kick out of it. And on Instagram at Makita CP Charles, and on YouTube, Makita CP Charles. And I have different posts on those various social media platforms on relationship skills, healing, and other valuable posts. Yeah.
Right. And your book can be found where? Amazon, where can we find your book? Or your
on Amazon, Kindle, and Google Books. And I have a store on Etsy called knockonbook.etsy.com.
Wonderful. Makita, you are a champion, and we appreciate you talking with us today. And hopefully, you being here this morning with us can help to inspire persons out of that situation as well, help to comfort some who may have went through it and don't know how to find themselves at this moment. So we're hoping that in some way, some form, you being here serves as a form of inspiration. Thank you again, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much.
things happening again under the Rotary banner. So let's find out about it. The last time we were at the Derek Walcott Square, was it? Yes, and we caught up with the Rotary Club. They were on a different mission then. And, you know, we are here again because they continue to work. The Rotary Club continued to do what their mandate has set out to accomplish. And we're here again because a lot more great and positive and uplifting things is happening. We're here with Daniel director of the Rotary Club for the youth.
Yes.
Daniel, why are we here again?
Yeah, I mean, it's just been such a great moment right now. First time we have sent 8 students to Ryla in Trinidad. And actually 20% of them have never been on a flight before. So it's a great opportunity for them to experience not just the topics and all the important things that they learn at the event, but also be able to interact and with the larger public in the district.
Wonderful.
They have students, like 200 students from around the district.
Break it down to us. That is part of what mission? What spearheads this one?
This is Ryler. It's a Rotary Youth Leadership Awards. So it's about leadership, teaching the new leaders of the society, but also talking about different topics like obesity and leadership skill and finding community projects and, you know, fundraising and different things like that.
Right. What do these kids, the 8 of them that you speak about,
Yes.
what are some of the things that they're exposed to, apart from the fact that they're getting to fly, they're getting to interact with other students? Who are some of the other people that they get to interact with along that journey?
Well, of course, they have Rotarians there.
All across the world?
Yes, and that from the district, from all the way down from Guyana, you know, and the different islands in our chain. It's about 200 of them, and they have Rotarians, they have speakers on the different projects and subjects. And so they learn a lot, and after each subject, they get to present. I've seen some of these presentations, and it looks wonderful. They're doing a great job. We're very proud of them.
Wonderful. Who gets to be selected to represent at that level? Is it part of a program that you have here on the ground, and then you get to decide as part of the Rotary Club who gets to, you know, who exhumes that quality, and then you pour more into them? Is that how it works?
Well, it was difficult, you know. We cannot send everyone, although we want to. But we chose the presidents that Rotary is doing full sponsorship for.
Right.
And after that, you know, we make it available to the vice president, and a few other students were able to participate. Right. But we took the 4 presidents from the different clubs that we're working with.
Absolutely. What do you hope for them to bring back to the club on the land?
I'm happy you asked that question. We don't just want to send 8 persons out there. The Interact, we have hundreds of students in the different clubs. So a big mission for them, and I told them that, take notes, take photos. We're going to host a local Ryler where we're going to invite all the Interact students so they can benefit. And the one we sent there is actually going to do that presentation and help us locally.
Wonderful. Now, on that note, what do we like to say to other young persons as to, you know, why it is they should consider, you know, enrolling, becoming part of the Rotary Club?
Well, the Interact, like the word says, interact. It teaches kids and youth to interact. The modern society nowadays is not just about the books, not just about the grades, but how you can interact with other persons. And you learn that during these, in these clubs. And that is what employers are looking for right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How can we follow everything Interact or Rotary?
Well, we have a website. We have social media sites. You can be here on Saturday. We're going to have a big Rotary event, Interact event, a youth fair. So that's going to be a big thing.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much. And we look forward. When are the kids due back?
And actually coming back today at 3 o'clock.
All right.
So they left on Friday and they're coming back today.
So it's a weekend getaway? It was like a weekend?
Yeah.
That's amazing now, isn't it? All right. I want to be a youth again so I could go on these missions. But we hope to maybe catch up with them when they get back.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
And special thanks to all the youth advisors. We couldn't do it without them. They are really helping out in the whole organization. Rotary is one umbrella, but the interactors, and they're doing a great and fantastic job. We can't do it without them.
Wonderful. So thank you, guys.
good morning, St. Lucia. And we have a new exercise. Well, how should I say it? Should I say lazy exercise? Why? Because I wonder why I'm sitting. In fact, I just wonder why I'm sitting today, because the exercise I'll be showing, it will be seated, because I haven't got no stamina recovery, because some people haven't brought my stamina for me as yet. Some people haven't brought my stamina for me as yet. I'm not calling no names, Blue Waters. Anyway, but just joking, guys. The exercises I'm going to show today are for people that home on a wheelchair that cannot move, or if you're too tired, you work late night shift and you just want to sit down to watch DBS in the morning, we're going to work out while we're sitting down. Again, with our Blue Waters, whilst we're sitting, get your waters in your hand. And the good thing about Blue Waters is when you get tired, you can just drink it. So, you sit down, guys, chest out. The first exercise we're going to do, side raises. So you're comfortable in your chair, watching DBS right now, and we're going to raise your arms. Wave the water. Right? Don't mind, it's just water. From the time you control it, you're going to get the workout you want. Make sure it's shoulder height. Maintain a slight bend in your elbow. 5, 6, take your time. 7, and 8. That's excellent set. Now you see that small bottle Blue Water for me? That's not enough weight for me. I'll go bigger. So if you can manage the bigger one, the 1.5, it's better. More weight, more water to drink. Good. So remember, whatever I'm showing you, I'm just showing you the first part of it. Depends again, if you want to build, you can do 4 or 5 sets of 6. If you want to tone, you want to do 4 or 5 sets of 8 to 10 to 12. And if you want to cut, 10 to 12 to 15 reps. Good. The second exercise, we're still sitting down enjoying DBS morning, and then you go in front raises. So from the side of your chair, you go up and you turn it down like you pour in a cup of water or a cup of tea, and bring it back down straight. 1, twist. 2, twist. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Again, that's 2 exercises that can be done while sitting. Now the third one, still seated in your chair, you want to bend forward, you close your legs a bit, and you're going to bend over, and you're going to pull to your side, like you hold the elbow. Somebody coming at the side of you, you're going to elbow them. 1, 2, keep your head ahead. 3, ensure your back is flat. 4, 5, 6, don't fall off the chair. 7, and 8. Oh, I felt that in my back. Excellent. Good. Again, that's 3 exercises that can be done. We're going to strengthen the shoulder. So you're going to hold 1 bottle of water by your area. Realize there's a slight bend in my arm, so I'm not just keeping it straight to put pressure on the shoulder. It's slightly bent, and I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the next side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Excellent. Again, when you finish your 2, 3, 4 sets, the next exercise you're going to do, you still have it up there, and alternate. And do it as fast as you can. When you go up, by the time you're coming down, the next arm supposed to be passing each other. All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Whew. I don't know about you, but that's tiring, because 1, I drink my stamina yet. Blue Waters, I want my stamina. Anyway, so guys, that's how many? 4, 5 exercises. But Blue Waters getting licks today, not my fault. Sorry. So you're going to bend as low as you can. Now I suspect I'm going to fall long. But as low as you can, and then you're going to spread your wings out wide. Keep it shoulder height. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Excellent. And The last exercise again, one of them you can do, there's more, but the last but not least, what you can do while sitting, you're going to do arm raises, bicep curls, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So excellent. So St. Lucia, seated, watching DBS on your morning throughout the day. That's exercises that can be executed at home. Easy, effective exercises. Stay fit and focus. Blue Waters, I love you. You have my back. You bring my water for me. I want my stamina.
Well, it is one of those days. It's just a calm day. You know what? Oh, remember to check on your health. I don't know why that I was prompted to tell you that. Maybe somebody needed to hear that today. Take some time and check on your health. Do your little checkup if that's the need. You may not feel anything right now, but take some little time. Go to the health center, go to your doctor, do a little checkup. Maybe your time is now to do just that and take care of yourself. All right, I'll catch you guys again tomorrow, God's willing. It's going to be Wednesday. We're going to be having 3 features. We normally look forward to that because we get to expand and extend a little more on the program. But for today, go on out, have a wonderful and awesome day, and be good to yourselves first, and then pour all of that love into the world. All right?